guys, it's your girl T, and I know it's been a few days since I put out any videos. If you guys follow me on social media, you guys know I was sick and I ended up in the hospital, but I'm doing a lot better. And I'm not in my usual setup because I'm here in Minneapolis visiting my family, so I'm going to be here for about another week or so. Now, last night we had a good old funky time, honey. On Twitter, I was live tweeting to Love and Hip Hop New York. I haven't done that in a while, but we had so much fun yesterday. I'm still getting retweeted till this morning. I had all types of jokes. Last night's episode made me mad. It made me happy. It made me cry. It was really, really cool. So make sure you guys have your teacups ready and let's go ahead and get this recap. What? Poppin'. How you doing? So in the opening scene, we have Remy Ma, and of course Remy Ma once again has an attitude, and she's mad at the wedding coordinator. Her name is Ayana, and basically she hired Ayana via Yandy, and she's saying that Yandy gave her permission to kill Ayana if Ayana decides to mess up with her wedding. So Ayana's telling her that, you know, there's a few hiccups. Right now they're not able to get the ice rink together. They're still trying to get that, and Remy Ma is really mad, and she's like, you know what? I don't give a damn if Ayana gotta go on ahead and melt every single ice cube in this place, make me an ice skating rink, but I know I better have an ice skating rink for my wedding. Now I'm sitting there looking at her like, really, Remy? Now you just did 6 years in prison where you had access to no ice whatsoever. Ma, please don't never forget where the hell you just came from. You know what I'm saying? I understand this is her wedding and she wants things to go a particular way, but to me, she was becoming a bridezilla and she was just acting very over the top, especially being that VH1, 51 Minds, and Mona Scott were paying for the wedding. I need Remy Ma to calm down a bit and to stop threatening Ayana. Like, literally, she threatened to kill this girl several times during this episode. I'm like, Remy Ma is just doing too damn much, okay? Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have Papoose, and Papoose is hood as hell. He's literally in the hallway with all his homeboys from his little bachelor party, including Remy Ma's 14-year-old son, Jace, and they're all out there shooting dice, okay? So you got all these guys out there, they're shooting dice and, you know, exchanging money and everything else, and then all of a sudden, Ayana, the wedding coordinator, comes up to Papoose and says that Remy Ma has a wedding present for you. So now Papoose is super boosted. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe my girl got me a wedding present. You know what I'm saying? Is there nothing that Remy Ma won't do? Now, let me ask y'all this. How come every time Papoose talks, he literally sounds like he's reading out some cue cards? He talks super loud and super slow, like he's talking to a whole classroom full of kids. I swear Papoose's confessionals be having me cracking up. So anyways, he tells everybody that Remy Ma got him a present, it's a DVD, and that everybody needs to come around the TV and check it out. Now Jace, being the smart young man that he is he's telling Papoose, you know what? I really don't want to look at the DVD because you never know what's on there. You know, that is my mother. So Papoose ends up ignoring Jace and he puts in the DVD. And all of a sudden you see Remy Ma in her little red devil outfit and she's shaking her ass and trying to look all sexy for the camera and everything. And Jace is like, what the hell? So he goes running out. Papoose kicks all the guys out. He's like, you know what? Guys, I'm about to sit here and watch my wife give me a striptease. All y'all gotta go. So he makes everybody leave and then he gets comfortable. He starts watching her video and then he proceeds to jack off. No, I'm just playing. Okay, he did start jacking off, but let's keep it 100. It did look like he was gonna pull out his meat stick and start whacking it. The way he was watching that video, he all pulled up his chair. He was all serious and stuff and checking her out. I'm like, damn, Papoose, you do realize that the cameras are rolling and we are watching you, right? So that whole situation was crazy as hell. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have Remy Ma and her sisters, Remishwa, Remonique, Ramika, Remote Control. I don't know, but both their names have Remy in it, okay? So they're both sitting there, and Remy Ma is saying that she gets tired of how people feel like they can be keyboard killers and social media mobsters. You know what I'm saying? How they talk all this shit online, but then when they see Remy, they don't say nothing to her face. And she's saying that that's how she feels about her youngest sister, Remonique. I think that's her name, Ramonique, something like that. So she's saying that basically she took care of Ramonique and her other sister, you know, the whole time they were growing up. But then when Remy went to jail, she got tired of Ramonique, you know, sending her these letters and talking crazy to her. So now Remy Ma walks in the room and she's like, don't act like we cool. And so her sisters are looking at her like, you know, should we speak? Should we not speak? And Remy Ma's like, you know what? We need to, you know, air some stuff out. We need to talk about all this stuff that's going on. Because you know what? I really didn't want to invite y'all. I kind of just wanted to have my one sister and my cousin and just be done with it. But I'm feeling like, you know what? We're sisters and I'm, you know, I had to be bigger than that. I can't be petty. You know, I feel bad. Maybe I shouldn't have sent you the letters that I sent you. But you got to realize I was 16 years old and I was hurt. Remy's upset because she she felt like her sister was kicking her when she was down, and she was writing her in jail, talking about, you know what, you were on top of the world, and now, you know, you're in trouble, and now you sitting in prison, you really let me down. And she said that she didn't want to hear all that. It's not like it was her fault that she was in prison, or like she wanted to be there. First of all, slow down, Remy. It was your fault that you're in prison, okay? So take personal responsibility for that. You chose to shoot your homegirl in the stomach because she stole money from you. You could have just as easily called the police on her and got her arrested for theft, but you chose to take matters into your own hands, okay? So yes, you were the cause of you going to jail. Now, as far as her little sister, Remy can't hold that grudge because at the time the little girl was 16 years old and Remy was the only role model that she had to look up to. So I understand her being hurt and being upset. But after them going back and forth and talking it out, Remy Ma decides to let bygones be bygones, and she jumps up and she hugs her sisters. She apologizes for basically doing time and not being there for them. And she says that basically this is a new chapter to a new relationship with her and her family. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene we have Ra Ali, and she's there to get her makeup done. And once again, the damn coordinator, Ayanna, comes in the room with some more bad news. This woman is always a damn barrier of bad news. So now Remy Ma's pissed off. She's like, you know what, Ayanna, what is it now? You know what I'm saying? What could possibly be wrong now, Ayanna? What the hell is going on? So Ayanna's like, well, you know what? I've been trying to get a hold of the pastor. He's not answering. I'm not sure what's going on. You know, I just don't get where he's at. You know, we can't do the wedding without the pastor. So now Remy Ma's looking at her like, bitch, do you see my face right now? This is my face where I'm trying to decide, how do I kill you and then bury the body without me getting caught and going back to prison? And I'm sitting there like, damn, Remy, is it that serious? Why are you ready to kill this woman? Especially when you're confessional, you admit that Papoose was in charge of getting the pastor. How do you go from Papoose being in charge of getting the pastor to wanting to kill Ayanna? I'm like, Remy Ma is just doing way too damn much. So Ra Ali's sitting there. She's thinking everything's sweet. She's about to get her makeup done. It's all good and everything else. And Remy Ma's like, you know what, Ra? I need you to be my helper. You need to go talk to Papoose, you know what I'm saying? And figure out what's going on with this pastor situation, because I don't have time for it. You know what I mean? I need my makeup done. I got too much stuff on my plate. You need to go handle this. So now Ra Ali's like, well, damn, you know what I mean? I really don't want to be bothered with that because I know Papoose is feeling some type of way about me, and Remy Ma is forcing me to go do something I don't want to do. First of all, Miss Ra Ali, being that you're the bridesmaid and you volunteered to help Remy Ma, that's the least you can do is go talk to Papoose and figure out what's going on with the pastor situation. So after a while, reluctantly, Ra Ali gets up to go meet up with Papoose. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have Papoose, and he's in the room talking to one of his homeboys, and Ra Ali comes in there and she interrupts them, and she tells Papoose, you know what I'm saying, me and you have to talk, it's really important. So Papoose is sitting there looking at her like he has zero fucks to give, and like he don't want to be bothered. So Ra Ali's like, do you understand that we're not able to find the pastor? Ayanna's been calling him and nobody's answering. Papoose is like, okay, so what? So now Ra Ali's like, okay, we're in a situation, and Papoose is sitting there acting like he doesn't care about resolving the damn situation. I need him to get this situation situated. So now Ra Ali is getting kind of annoyed, and then Papoose finally decides to let her in on the secret, and Papoose tells Ra that the pastor that Ayanna found is not the one that he wanted. He was able to contact the original pastor who originally performed their ceremony over the phone. He wanted that pastor to be there to marry them again. So when Ra Ali hears this, she's like, oh, that is so sweet. Oh my God, Papoose, you're just such a sweetheart. She's thinking the same thing we're all thinking. Damn it, Papoose, I wish you were my damn man, okay? So anyways, Papoose is saying, you know what, keep this a secret. Do not let Remy Ma know nothing. I want to surprise her. But you know what, before you leave, me and you need to talk. So once again, Papoose acts like he's reading off some damn cue cards. And Papoose is saying, I don't like the fact that every time Remy Ma's around you, it seems like a lot of shit goes down. You know what I mean? If we get in trouble, I'm good, you're good, you're not going back to prison. If Remy Ma's at the wrong place at the wrong time and some shit goes down, she can get locked up. And I'm not going to lose my wife to you or the system. Ra Ali's like, you know what, I feel you. But you need to understand that I have Remy Ma's interest at heart, and I love Remy Ma, and I would never do anything to jeopardize her freedom or to get her in trouble. I was wrong for what happened at Gwenfest, but nothing like that will ever happen again. So she gives Papoose her word, and I'm glad that Papoose ended up confronting her and letting Ra Ali know how serious it was. He does not want to lose his wife. He does not want her being late for curfew, you know what I'm saying, running the streets with her and not taking her situation, her being on parole seriously. He wants Ra Ali to take Remy Ma's situation with her being on parole seriously, because any infraction can land her back in prison for the next few years. So I'm glad that they finally got to hash that out and talk about it. And it seems like Ra Ali is definitely going to have Remy Ma's back when it comes down to it. Moving on to the next scene. So the next scene, we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Creep Squad, okay? So they're all there having another Creep Squad meeting. For some reason, Mendeces is there with the Creep Squad, and he's saying that this is such a beautiful wedding. He could not imagine them getting married over the phone. He's glad they're finally able to celebrate their big day. Bro, Penny's is saying the same thing, that he's really happy for Remy Ma and for Papoose. He just wants them to get married and be happy. Peter's reevaluating his shitty life, and he's like, you know what? Marriage is a serious thing, and I need to start taking my marriage vows with Amina seriously. I really let Amina down, but I'm about to make it up to her. And Cisco, he's not doing nothing but fucking rubbing his hands together like he's Birdman and shit, trying to be all super sexy. Whatever. So anyways, while they're sitting there having a little bootleg Creep Squad meeting, in walks Cardi B. So in her confessional, Cardi B's like, this wedding is beautiful, but then I look to my right and I see that Creep Squad. Ugh. So then she walks up to them and they're like, yo, it's Cardi B. What's up, Cardi B? And she's like, well, if it isn't the Creep Squad, what y'all doing? Who y'all about to get pregnant? So Creepo's like, nobody. You know what I'm saying? What's up with you? And she's like, don't try and run no game on me. You like one of them Spanish poppies who be in the strip club just throwing out shmoney. You know what I mean? And Creepo's like, nah, that's not me. That might have been the old me. You need to go find that old you and bring him back because those are the type of dudes I like. I'm by my shmoney. And then Creepo tells her that she's looking good tonight. He wants to see the whole 360. He wants her to spin around. So Cardi B starts spinning around, you know, showing off her body. And once again, he's sitting there rubbing his hands again like Birdman, telling myself, what's up with you? And Cardi B's looking at him like, boy, bye. I'm gonna need Creepo's ass to have several damn seats. First of all, he came into this season supposedly dating Miss No Money and get with her, and then turned around and started smashing Malibu Barbie Lynn, and now you're trying to holler at Cardi B? Boy, bye. Now, Creepo's dusty ass is in this confessional talking about some damn, yo, Cardi B, you looking real good tonight. Now that I'm single, I might have to get with that. Yeah, what up, ma? I'm gonna need Creepo's ass to have several damn seats while he's sitting there rubbing his damn hands together like Birdman, okay? Cardi B ain't checking for you, boo. She's all about her what? Shmoney. So then Cardi B goes in her confessional. She's like, you know what? Wasn't you just talking to Mariah? I'm so tired of light-skinned men. Go on ahead with your bald-headed ass. Cardi B is a mess. And then Creepo Cardi B is a straight mess. I'm so over him and all these little raggedy ass Creep Squad meetings. I'm gonna need every single last member of the Creep Squad to what? Have several damn seats, okay? How you doing? So while the Creep Squad is still sitting there laughing and kikiing it up, Dirty Feet Pete decides to announce to them that he's deciding to get a vasectomy. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to be in this situation where he has all these kids being born. And the Creep Squad are, you know, they're basically making fun of him like, what, you about to get your balls chopped off? Why would you want to do that? You know what I'm saying? I would never do nothing like that. And he's like, no, dummy, they're not going to literally chop off my balls. They're just going to make it where I can't, you know, get women pregnant. You not have enough kids. And they're basically talking him out of this, which to me makes no sense. If anything, they should be encouraging Peter to go get a vasectomy, being that he's on his 9th baby. I mean, the whole situation is just ratchet as hell. Moving on to the next scene. So the next scene, we have Amina Caterpillar. And so she's saying that she has not seen Dirty Feet Pete ever since Dirty Feet Pete told her that undercover hood rat Tara was pregnant. And literally, Peter has not been home at all. So she can't wait to see what Peter has to say to her. So Peter tells her, Amina, you look beautiful. You know, you always look beautiful. And Amina's like, thanks, because you just don't tell me that enough. And he's like, okay, well, you know, I really have to tell you something really important. I got to get this off my chest. And he's like, I made a doctor's appointment and I basically decided to get a vasectomy. So this child that Tara is carrying is going to be my last child. So everybody's looking around like, did this fool just tell her at somebody else's wedding that he's planning on getting a vasectomy? Like, who does that? You know what I mean? Where they do this at? It's like Dirty Feet Pete has no common sense. This is not the time or place to tell your wife that you have not seen in days that you're deciding to have a vasectomy because your ex-baby mama is pregnant with your new baby. It's like, this is just some ratchet ass shit. So then she starts going off on Peter. So you're giving Tara another baby? Your ex that you're not with, you having another child with her, but your wife that you're married to, you're telling her no? And so Peter is saying what we're all thinking. Amina, bitch, you just had an abortion. So obviously you didn't want any more kids either because you just aborted your last child. So now Amina's like, exactly. And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck is this broad talking about? And then she goes in her confessional to explain herself. I had an abortion because I couldn't see myself bringing another child into this failing relationship. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to have any more kids with Peter. It's like, are you even listening to the things that are coming out your mouth? That makes no sense. You yourself are admitting that this relationship is failing and that Peter is doing what the hell he wants to do. He wants to have his cake and eat it too. He wants to be married to you and still smash Tara. So that was the whole reason for you having an abortion. But now you're saying in the same breath, you still want a chance to have kids by Peter to bring a new child into a failing relationship. Well, if that's the case, you might as well have kept that baby that you chose to abort, which I don't believe that she aborted. But being that we're going with this storyline, then she shouldn't have had the abortion if she had second thoughts about it. This whole situation makes no sense. And then another thing that bothered me in her confessional, she's saying that, Peter making a decision to get a vasectomy is just too permanent, and it's going to make it where she can't have any more kids if she so chooses. And the fact that Tara had Peter's last baby, she says even though it sounds petty, she's not okay with that. So that lets me know right there, this has confirmed everything I said all season. Her and Tara are in competition with each other to have Dirty Feet Pete's baby. I said that from day one. They're playing tit for tat with this man's sperm. And everything she said in that damn confessional just solidified everything I've been saying all season long. Then she starts going off on Peter and she's telling him, Tara's the wrong person to be pregnant. I'm the right person. I'm the person that you said that you want to be with and you love, not Tara. And you having a kid with her. She's the wrong person. And then she storms off and she starts breaking shit. Now, had I been Remy Ma and I knew this bitch was out there breaking down furniture and pottery and stuff like that, I'd have whipped the hell out of Mina's ass. You get mad and break shit in your own backyard. You don't come to nobody else's wedding and start throwing dishes and pottery everywhere. I don't know who the hell raised her, but she better get her damn life breaking other people's property, bitch. That's coming out your damn VH1 check, Amina. We're not here for all that foolishness, okay? Then as she's walking out, she's still screaming and shouting about how Peter's having a baby with Tara. There are no more babies for Amina, who's his wife. And she's like, just leave me alone. I don't want to have nothing to do with you, Peter. Just leave me alone. And then she slams the door shut, and Peter's just standing outside like he got shit on his damn forehead. Moving on to the next damn scene. So in the next scene, it's finally time for the wedding. Remy Ma is talking to Jace and saying, how much she loves her son and how much that she loves the fact that her son has not judged her. He's been nothing but a support system for her through everything that she's went through. And, Jace is telling his mom that he loves her too and he's really happy for her to be getting married. So now we're getting ready for the wedding. And Papoose comes walking down the steps and he's looking super dapper. And the minister's there as well. And Remy Ma comes walking down the steps and Remy Ma looks gorgeous. She looks so beautiful. Everybody's breath is just taken away. And they're showing the different people in the audience. And there were some people in the audience I had to give the side eye to because I'm like, it's funny that a lot of people at her wedding, but a lot of these same people did not write her. They did not put money on her books. They did not go to see her. Now I saw a few people online trying to clown Keisha Cole for being there. But the reason why Keisha Cole was there is because Keisha Cole and Remy Ma are genuine friends. Keisha Cole used to put money on Remy Ma's books. So I respect Keisha Cole for being there. I had to give Fat Joe and Ice-T and Coco and a few of them other people the side eye. I saw a lot of people there who just didn't seem like they were really there for her, but they're more there to be on television. So as Papoose and Remy Ma are meeting at the altar, Jace is the one who walked her down the aisle, and they have the flower girls, and everything just looks really beautiful. Mona Scott and VH1 outdid themselves with the decorations. They really put a lot of money into Remy Ma's wedding. It came out really fantastic. So anyhow, they're getting ready to read the wedding vows, and Papoose lets the entire audience know that this minister who's getting ready to marry them was the same guy who married Remy Ma and him over the phone when they got married the first time 6 years ago. So the pastor's letting Remy Ma know that she has a really good man. This man stuck by her through thick and thin. Basically, that their wedding rings are a never-ending circle and that they need to pray together and, really talk it out if they have any type of conflict, but that everybody's really, really rooting for them. Everybody in the audience, for some strange reason, just keep clapping as if they're at church, but I guess they're really feeling the vibe. So the whole situation was just beautiful. They say their I do's and then they start kissing, and it was just really sweet. You can see Remy Ma's son. He has his handkerchief. He's in tears. There wasn't really a dry eye in the building. It was just really, really nice. So in the next thing we have Medicaid and Yandy. And I guess Medicaid just decided to go against the grain.
So you just gonna go against the grain?
On a fitted cap with his damn tuxedo suit. It's like, why would you wear a baseball cap to a wedding? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, he decides to take Yandy away and take her upstairs and basically say that, this is probably gonna be their last romantic date, their last dance and everything else. And he has his phone. He starts playing music. They start dancing. Now this scene, I wasn't really too much feeling it. I felt like they were taking some shine away from Remy Ma and Papoose. I wanted to see more of their wedding wedding. We understand that Medicaid is going to prison for the next 8 years. We understand that Yandy's going to miss him. They kept saying the same shit over and over again. And I'm like, can we get back to the wedding? Why did we take 5 minutes away from the wedding to watch them dance and talk about how much they loved each other and go back and forth? They really could have just went back to the wedding after Mendici started playing that music, okay? We got the point. He's gone away and she's very, very sad about the situation. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we end up going back to the wedding and Remy Ma's cutting the cake, and the cake is beautiful. Like I said before, Mona Scott definitely outdid herself. So they're cutting the cake and Papoose tells Remy, now that I sat here and I gave you this extravagant wedding and you're happy, can we have our babies now? You know, I want us to have some kids. So Remy Ma says, you know what? He's the best husband in the world. He's the best person in the world. And she could not see herself having kids with anybody else but Papoose, and that she will give him a baby as soon as possible. So then, of course, everybody starts clapping once again. You know, so the whole situation was really, really cute. I really loved their wedding. So this was the final episode of Love and Hip Hop New York. It was definitely a good season. We got to hear from a few people in their final statements. Once again, Tara, the undercover hood rat, was talking all this bullshit about how she's moving on and she's raising her kids and she's going to do her. Literally, everybody on Twitter at the same time told her ass to have a tall glass of what? Shut the fuck up, Tara. Nobody gives a shit what you're planning on doing or what you're going to do. You get on everybody's nerves. Just like with Amina Caterpillar. Every year this broad is finding her voice. Every year she's focusing on music. I think what I found crazy as hell in her final statement is when she said that this year was really hard for her. She lost her baby. No, bitch, you didn't lose your baby. You aborted your baby. That's a big difference, okay? Don't act like you just had a miscarriage out the blue. You chose your storyline to be you having an abortion. So don't try and look for sympathy now and act like, you know, you just supposedly lost this baby. Amina and Tara, they both get on my damn nerves. Mariah Lynn is talking about how hard she's worked this year and she's not going to deal with any more dogs and rats and shady people. She's going to focus on her music and help raise her little sister that her mom just had. And they decide to name the baby Iceland. Not Iceland like the country, but Iceland. So her mom must have something with the name Lynn, okay? Or maybe Mariah Lynn named the baby Iceland. But the baby's adorable. I don't know, once again, who smashed her mother. But hopefully Mariah Lynn can step in and help her mother raise this child and set this child on the right path so nothing happens to this baby, because her mother looks like she's still kind of strung out, okay? Cardi B in her final statement ends up saying that, you know, she's focusing on her putting out her cosmetic line. She has a line of phone chargers coming out. And for the most part, you know, she's had a really good year and she's going to focus on her music as well. She doesn't know if her and Tommy are going to be together for the long run, but she's just going to play it by ear and just keep doing Cardi B. So like I said, all in all, this season was pretty good. I think this is one of my favorite Love and Hip Hop New York seasons. I definitely enjoyed recapping this. I definitely enjoyed all you guys' comments. Thank you guys for supporting my recaps. And thank you to the cast of Love and Hip Hop New York for keeping us entertained all season long. I gave them some crazy names this season, but it was very funny. And I really enjoyed this season a lot. You know, I hope a few of them get their lives together and try and figure things out. But for the most part, I hope to see them all back next season. I would definitely be tuning in. They definitely outdid themselves this season. Like I always say, once again, my recaps are nothing but satire. I don't know these people. Nothing I say holds any water. You know, at the end of the day, most of these people are just simply playing a character. This is a show that I strictly watch for entertainment purposes only. But I really, really do enjoy the Love and Hip Hop series. And I cannot wait till Love and Hip Hop ATL premieres in a few weeks. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the finale episode of Love and Hip Hop New York. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.